Aloha and good afternoon, Dr. Robert Cassar. Well, we're going to work on the shoulder on this video and how to be able to help support breaking down all the hard tissue that are in your shoulders, that are hooked to your neck, that are hooked to the chest. Remember, this is a very important area to learn how to not only forget massage. We're going to be using different tools. We're going to be using different types of things that you would put on the tissue to soften it up. And so we're going to go through, this is a 3-part course. And we're going to also go into the sauna. I'm going to show you how to soften the shoulder up, give yourself a breast exam, a real one on your own, men and women, and how to be able to use the therapies in the sauna. But if you don't have a sauna, how to use the therapies in the bathroom. So I just finished part 3, and it's something that you really, need to practice, is to be able to not just rehabilitation of the shoulder, but it's the lymph system that lives in the shoulder, the arteries, the veins, the nerves that go through the shoulders. You can't go ahead and sleep on your side. You can't go ahead and throw a ball anymore. Well, guys, this is what this course is about. So first part, we're just going to talk in the sauna about various different things, but the second and third part of the course is to be able to do protocols in the sauna and protocols out of the sauna. Okay, guys. We'll see you, and this is, like I said, something very important. And like I said, we're using all different types. These are terpenes. We're using fulvic acid, and we're using even castor bean oil. So this is a good, like I said, therapy for not only people that have shoulder joint problems, but it's also to be able to open up all the lymph system. If you smell, it's because all that stuff's plugged. You got little bumps in there? Well, guess what? We go over a lot of different things that you can do to make those little bumps get smaller and smaller. Okay, guys, aloha. Aloha and good afternoon. Dr. Robert Cassar, and I'm in the sauna. And, we just had a huge electrical storm here, and I filmed Rethinking Reality. And it's a good video for you to be able to watch because I said I was going to go in the sauna after the storm as long as the electrical system went ahead and held up, because we lost our power a couple times. But I was showing you the power of everything, and it's a good video for you to watch just to be able to see the awesome power, okay, of the thunderstorm that we had vibrating into the ground, but also seeing the distilled water that came down from the sky in massive quantities, 4 inches in a couple hours. And I just wanted to show you, this is how the earth cleans itself. Okay, it rains down distilled water, and of course all you have to do is flush it out. So I'm in the sauna, and we're gonna flush out the body, and this is the best way, like I said, to be able to get rid of your weeks worth of toxicity. And you can usually get rid of a week of toxicity just by going in the sauna, as long as you river sweat in 20 minutes or so and stay in for about 30 minutes more. But your body, remember, needs to go ahead and sweat at least once a week. Do you exercise? Do you sweat? Do you sit behind a computer chair? Do you sweat? Do you sweat at all? And I'm not just talking just a couple of drips under your arm or a drop on your face. Okay, remember, the body needs to purify, purge, okay, rebuild, and reset. And purging is when we're in the sauna. So a lot of people always ask, hey, there's so many things to be able to learn at the Earthwork Academy terrain modification protocols. I know. And all you can do is, as I always say, do a little as you can, when you can, if you can. But the easiest things you can do is increase your liquids. This will start you out in a good way. Because remember, your body is 18 gallons of salt water in this meat carcass or sack of flesh, whatever you want to call it. The body, the mind-body vehicle, the flesh garment, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. It's your vehicle, is what I call it. And it can be changed for the better or for the worse. So what we're trying to do, remember, we do live in a super toxic world at this time. I'm starting to get a little sweaty now. You can see I'm getting shiny. And you do want to have a little bit of air coming into your sauna, so I have it cracked open about a ½ inch. It's because I'm talking and I'm using up a lot of oxygen, and these fiber heaters behind me, carbon fiber, they eat up all the oxygen. So you got to let in a little air, okay? And if you're not talking, well, then you can just open the door up every 5 minutes. But the easiest thing, remember, you can do is add liquids to your diet. This will change your life. Remember, the body's 18 gallons of salt water. That's what you got to remember. That's it. So how do you clean your body? Remember, study and comprehend nature, and so shall you see the secrets of water. Is because water is everything, and I just, like I said, saw a huge storm, okay? And it's over right now. It's actually not sunny, but it's got some blue sky out there. But just an hour ago, it was ripping. And I was saying, yo, baby, yo. I could feel my hair go from the electricity from the lightning. So, you know, how do I go ahead and get started is not a question. It's taking your first step forward. That's the question. What do? Just increase more liquids. Get yourself a distiller. That's the best water. You got to make pure water, H2O. Remember, just like nature, study and comprehend nature. Who said that maxim? If you've studied, well, alternative history instead of the BS history that we, of course, are are paid to go ahead and see. Or not paid, but we pay to see because we go to school and it costs money to go ahead and listen to sometimes a lot of nonsense. But to study and comprehend nature was Victor Schauberger's, the father of implosion, not explosion, but to turn inwards upon itself, never to find itself, over and over and over again. That's called implosion. Helical, conical, spherical, and rotation. And if you want to go ahead and see a mathematical formula, it's the 1.618 logarithmic spiral. It's called the vortex. Your toilet, even if you're a man, if you go pee, check it out. Flies to the right. Okay? Your veins in your arms, okay? Arteries. They all have these little conical, spherical, rotational, okay, elements to be able to go ahead and actually implode your blood. That's right. Not push it around. It implodes. It doesn't explode. The heart doesn't just push. Okay? It aids in push, but it makes electricity. And what it does is the flow of the veins. Remember, and that's what we're doing in here. We're opening up the flow. I'm going to put flow through my skin, and I'm going to give myself a dialysis treatment right now for free. Okay, I'm going to give my kidneys a break, and I'm going to urinate through my skin if your skin's open. So make sure you really practice. You know, you have to practice the skin cleaning protocols with the vodka. Okay, and it's not just using vodka or any type of alcohol. You have to put the minerals in. And remember, rubbing alcohol is poison, so don't put that on your skin. That's good for cleaning. That's about it. You don't drink it. You don't put it on your skin. If you can't go ahead and drink it, well, then don't put it on your skin. That's the way it works. So you need to go ahead and follow the recipes that we make mineralized vodka. So the vodka that's going on your skin is actually full of minerals and also sanitizing types of compounds, and not only sanitizing but nutrifying compounds. So you want to go ahead and wipe off all the cream. And we did a video last time releasing bodily fluids using hydrogen peroxide and a bunch of various different tools in the sauna, and also we did a workshop in my bathroom if you don't have a sauna. But if you do have a sauna, remember, that's the best way for you to be able to actually, well, give yourself a therapy that's really, really worthwhile. Remember, think of it. If you could lose a week's worth of toxicity, okay, maybe 2 weeks if you stay in long enough and you drink enough water, in a sauna, a far infrared sauna, okay, not a steam sauna. That's for beauty. That's to go ahead and moisten out the outside so you can soften up the skin, maybe to do something with. But this is a far infrared sauna, so whatever comes out of my skin is me. Remember, it's not just steam coming out, and you got to make sure, even if you do have a steam sauna, the sauna we have at the retreat here is a distilled water sauna, and that's clean water. Because if not, you're taking fluorinated, chlorinated, chloramine water, and all of a sudden, why would you even do that? You're breathing it in atomized form, which is not smart. Okay, because you're absorbing all that stuff inside your body. So now, remember the idea, and I've done many videos on this. Okay, what do you do to get started? Okay, well, the air in here is so dry, it's bugging my eyes. That's one of the things for me. I'm sensitive to air conditioning or super dry heat. This is dry in here, remember, because all these heaters. Look at all the heaters behind me. And they're not hot. I can put my hands on them. They're just sending waves through me. And I can only stay in here. It's 122 degrees right now. I've been in here 10 minutes so far. Okay, I can feel it right now. So this type of sauna, because I've had several, this type of sauna gives me probably about 55 minutes maximum, 60 minutes maximum of treatment in here. It's because it's just stronger. My other sauna, I could stay in for a lot longer. So yeah, it's not easy. It even overheats my phone up. I have a towel over it right now. Trying to go ahead and keep it so it doesn't overheat. So the first things that I would do if you're trying to really upgrade, enhance, and optimize your world is, remember, bring in more liquids into your world. Stay away from as much cooked food as you can, and if you are eating it, eat smaller portions. It's just part of the secret. Remember, it's to minimize. And you're trying to maximize your live food, ferments, live food. That's kombucha, that's sauerkraut, that's live hummus. Okay, a lot of the things that we've shown you how to make. Okay, look up our ferments. Look up skin cleaning and detoxification and rejuvenation protocols, because if you're going to sweat, well, you're going to want to go ahead and actually super clean your skin, disinfect your pores, get all the hair mites out of your hair so you don't lose your hair anymore. Is because that's most of the reason why a lot of people lose their hair, is because they have hair mites. So watch our videos on that too. Baldness. Yeah, there are some treatments that actually have worked really well with the members, of growing back 60 to 80% of their hair in 3 months. That's pretty darn good. So, and you have to be careful if you're a guy and you're losing your hair. There's a reason why. Remember that. Okay, most likely high estrogen. Most likely you have imbalanced hormones. That's the best way to put it. Okay, because if you put on any of those treatments, I'm not going to say the names, but if you put those treatments on your hair, especially the prescription ones, they are also xenoestrogens and or mimickers of estrogen. So that's not good. Trying to save your hair. Okay, do you have low testosterone? Do you have a lot of sebum? And that's the fuel for the hair mites to be able to eat, and they live in the pores. And if there's so many that live in the pores, if they poop so much, they do nothing more than kill the root and it falls out. And they just keep on climbing back, and that's the typical horseshoe that men get. Women get this also. Yes, they do. Okay, so I would say 90% of the baldness that I see, the hair thinning that I see, is due to parasites. What kind it is? That's another story. We just say they're hair mites. They're super small, you can't see them, but you do itch them. Go like this with your ear and smell your finger, and you go, whoa, and then you smell it again because you couldn't make out what kind of smell it is. It's poop that lives in your ear. Watch our videos on how to clean your ears correctly. Okay, and never use Q-tips. You're not supposed to do that. It's not good to push all that stuff inside. And basically what you want to do is get the critters out of what live inside this cave. It's the size of California to a microbe. And there's 40 million people that live in California. So I'm starting to sweat right now. I got the river sweat, and I'm in the, sauna nude. So, I like to go in without any clothes, is because I'm going to work my whole body. Remember, if you're a man, you want to go ahead and actually work your genitals. And if you're a female, you want to work your genitals with what? With massage tools, okay? Pushing all the flesh, stretching all the tubules, with using different types of tools to be able to, as I show you in the workshops, how to be able to go ahead and move all those areas and make them so they have flow again. Because remember, disease means that it doesn't flow. Just remember that. It loses its supply of nutrition and liquid to be able to clean it. Nutrition is to keep it going, and the liquid is to flush out the toxins. So remember, your feet need to get the same treatment. So do your sinuses, your ears. How about your armpit? If you smell it all and you're using any antiperspirant, you're just sick. You should not need to use antiperspirant. If you smell at all, then you are toxic. And I smelled for a long time. Why? Because I was eating garlic, white onions, green onions, okay? Purple onions, they won't make you smell. But if you smell, follow the protocols. Wipe all that stuff off with the vodka solution. Go ahead and re-up again with coconut oil with a little magnesium, and maybe put in, I don't know, something that smells better than your BO. And don't be putting perfume or anything on top of your BO, because that's just BO plus stank. Everybody can smell it. Yeah. So part 2, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to work the shoulders. How to go ahead and massage the shoulders real deep, because I had massive shoulder problems. Okay, I dislocated my shoulder. I used to throw a ball. I was the fastest pitcher in the league, and I could really throw a ball, and I threw my arm out trying to show off, trying to show you how hard I can throw the ball and how far I can throw it. Yeah, I threw it out because I didn't warm it up one time. But then again, okay, when you go through all these protocols, practices, and principles, a lot of your injuries will reappear. That's what happens to them. They reappear. And so if they reappear, then what you're trying to do is find out that whatever pain you have is because it's resurfacing, is because it's being healed. Remember, you got to think, if you get an injury in your shoulder and you've had calcification in there, let's say you've had even some blood that's dried up in there and it turned into what they call a hard tissue, okay, hard muscle, and it hurts when you push on it. So if that's the case, what do? You're going to have to break it down. But that means your diet's going to go ahead and have to be good. And it's not so much what you eat, remember, it's what you drink. The distilled water will break down all of that calcification a little by little, and you need to go ahead and break it down. So I'm going to show you how to break down piece by piece, okay, of what I felt that makes sense. Is because, let me tell you, like I said, when you start cleaning up your body, your low back pain, your knee pain, and ankle pain, maybe that you had when you were 12 years old because you hurt it, well, the calcification is now breaking, and now you're going to have to re-exercise it, re-stretch it, rebuild it, okay? So that's the way it works, because you haven't used it in a long time. Those joints have been stuck, and I can feel sweat just rolling down my back right now. I drank this much water coming in, okay? 64 ounces. If you can, at least 32 ounces, and I'm going to drink this before I leave. And right now I'm river sweating, and I've been in here about 8 minutes. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to part 2, and I want to show you how to work the muscles. Remember, you have a frontal deltoid, you have a lateral deltoid, and a rear deltoid, and you have these muscles that hook into the shoulders. Okay, supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, and teres major. These are the sit muscles. Okay, and they sit in the shoulder capsule. And the shoulder, of course, has a joint that basically can move any way, not like the knee or the fingers that go up and down, because they're just hinge joints. The wrist is okay, look at it. You can do any type of movement you want it, but the finger just goes up and down. And the shoulder's just like the hip. It's very complex, and if you hurt it, it gets calcifications, and you can rebuild it. If not, you will get a hip replacement, because all it does is get more solid, more stiff. You do less, and it tightens up. Remember, these are calcium deposits, oxalate deposits, and guys, you can break them down, because I had an irreparable back. Irreparable. All they wanted to do was do surgery on me to see if, oh, hear the thunder? Oh, here's maybe I can feel the ground shaking again. I've never felt the power like this in the electrical storm that we just had. It's still going, second round, because we just got slammed just a couple hours ago. Lost power a couple times. Back on again, so otherwise I wouldn't be in here. This is all electronic. Again, okay, most important part of you is to get soft first before you think you're going to break down stuff, because a lot of people want to start learning the gouaching techniques, and that's fine, guys, but you have to go ahead and soften your body up a little bit first, and not just because you're massaging it first. You have to soften it up with liquids. It's still rumbling. Whoa, the power of Thor. Thor's hammer. Everything runs through the electrical conduit. Yeah, every breath you take is electricity. Your heart makes electricity. Everything that is alive has electricity, and or even if it's dead, like a piece of stone, it conducts electricity, and some conduct better than others, like the one I'm wearing. Okay, this quartz crystal, and this is an energetic stone, which we'll go into other videos about this. Very smart, but then again, the philosopher's stone. Philosopher, do you know how to go ahead and not use it, but do you know how to be accustomed to actually absorbing its energy. Yeah. Okay, like I said, part 2, we're just going to do the shoulders here, because the shoulders, like I said, have an anterior deltoid, front deltoid, and you can see right here, that's the front deltoid, this little circle right here. Lateral deltoid is when you go ahead and pull your arm to the side, and that's the middle piece of lump right here in the shoulder. And the rear deltoid is what helps you pull your shoulder back, and you can see the rear deltoid's that little lump back there, okay? That's the lateral deltoid. And again, the frontal deltoid's this little skinny 2-inch little muscle that all hook right into the shoulder. Remember, it's not just the shoulder joint. You have to work the insertion points, okay, and also where they connect, okay? Each of the muscles connect on one spot, and then they connect on another. And the muscle, remember, is in the middle, and then it goes into a tendon sheath, just like a piece of chicken, shiny piece of stuff on the skin, on the outside. And then it goes into a tendon, which attaches to the bone. Remember, tendons attach to the bone. Ligaments go from bone to bone. Tendons go from the muscle to the bone. So it goes muscle wrapped around in a tendinous sheath. And this is why the shoulders and all these different muscles hurt a lot. Hips, everything. When you hurt them, thighs, calves, is because they have sheaths. And if you rip the sheath, it gets scar tissue. And what are we going to do? Just going to go ahead and break it up a little at a time. And like I said, there are a lot of protocols to be able to use. Remember, it's all an experiment. It's a work in progress. So again, part 2, it's not easy to do any of this stuff because, again, like I said, you're your own doctor, teacher. You are the star of your show. You are the producer and director of your film. Okay? So just remember that. So I'm just telling you what I've done. You don't want to do it, don't do it. No one's asking you to. But if you're interested, you may want to have a couple pointers of the things that I've done and basically found out that I shouldn't have did because they don't work. They don't serve. Too hard. Too much money. People won't do them because, I don't know, they're not easy to do. So I got to keep it simple here for people. Whew, this is working me. Okay, so now I've been in here now 43, 53, 63, 73, 83. So I can't even think. My brain with all these things going, making my brain crazy. We've been in here about 55 minutes or so. Okay, let's see. No, that's right. I started at 90. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong temperature gauge here. I got like 3 gauges up here. 65, 75, 85, 25 minutes, 23 minutes. I've been in here right now. I'm thinking, no way I've been in here an hour because I can't stand an hour. Not in this sauna. Okay, part 2. I'm just going to jump over right now and go to part 2. I'm not going to take a rest or anything, but I am going to drink some water. Okay, make sure, remember, every couple of minutes. In order for you to sweat, you got to keep on rehydrating. Your body's a battery, but it also is a radiator too. So make sure you keep it hydrated. If not, you get a heart attack. There's 3. Put the seed back in. Lemon seed. Potassium bicarbonate. This is my immunity booster drink with full of minerals too. I drink distilled water all throughout the day, but if I do go in the sauna, I do put minerals in here only because I'm way cleaner than most people and I want to remineralize myself. So, but a lot of people, guys, you get your minerals through your food. Remember that. You put the minerals on your skin and rub them in so they come in. That's how you get most of your minerals. If you think you're getting them through GMO fast foods and fake foods, processed foods, canned foods, you're not getting nothing. And if you are getting some nutrients, if you're in the Wi-Fi, you're most likely not absorbing those because that's exactly what happens. What I've seen in the research, 2.4 gigahertz, 2.4 billion pulses per second basically makes your cells not be able to really function within parameter limits or functioning parameter limits. Okay, that would actually benefit you. Is because they're getting whacked. 2.4 billion per second. Remember, we as sentient beings live on a sine wave. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. Up and down. It's called a sine wave. It's like a bell curve, but it never stops. It's not pulsed. It's not like shooting a gun. Boom, 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 boom. It's like a laser. It's straight and direct all the time. Like direct current versus alternating current. Alternating current could be artificial current, And you can call sine wave current natural current, sine wave, one continuous loop up and down equally. Okay, part 2, here we go. Aloha.